Ever found yourself caught in the dilemma of helping others, only to realize it's not always as straightforward as it seems? Well, you're not alone. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of Stoicism to unravel 9 eye-opening truths about the complexities of offering assistance. But hold on, this isn't your typical helping is always good spiel. We're here to challenge conventional wisdom and explore when lending a hand might not be the best move. It's not about promoting selfishness or dampening your kind-hearted nature. Instead, it's about finding that delicate balance between compassion and wisdom. So why should you stick around? Because we're about to flip your perspective upside down, inviting you to question your assumptions and discover a new way to navigate the terrain of helping others. Plus, by the end of this journey, you'll walk away equipped with a deeper understanding of when your help truly makes a positive impact and when it might just be better to step back. Ready to embark on this thought-provoking journey? Hit play and let's dive in together. And hey, feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're all in this exploration together. Truth 1: help can create dependency. One of the most subtle but important truths in human interaction is that helping, no matter how well intended, can lead to unwanted dependency on those we are attempting to assist. This phenomenon occurs when continuous and ongoing assistance replaces the need for the individual to develop their own skills and abilities in order to meet challenges. Instead of empowering individuals, we unintentionally promote a situation in which they become more reliant on outside assistance. From a Stoic standpoint, the primary goal of assisting others should be to develop their strength and independence. Stoics value autonomy and individuals' ability to manage their own lives and challenges. However, if our assistance becomes a constant crutch on which others rely to solve problems or make decisions, we are essentially weakening their ability to act and decide for themselves. This dependency is not only harmful to the person being assisted, but it can also result in an unbalanced and potentially unsustainable relationship. Consider the example of a parent who is constantly resolving his or her adolescent child's problems, ranging from homework to interpersonal conflicts. Although the parent believes he or she is assisting, this constant intervention prevents the child from learning to deal with problems on his or her own, which is critical for the child's development and maturity. In the long run, the child may feel less capable and confident in their ability to deal with similar situations independently. In the workplace, this is evident when a leader or manager is constantly solving problems for their team, rather than guiding them to find their own solutions. While this may appear to be efficient in the short term, it ultimately undermines the team's ability to work independently and deprives them of professional development opportunities. To avoid creating dependency, take a helping approach that empowers others. Here are several examples. Encourage problem solving rather than providing direct solutions. Help others discover their own answers. Pose questions that encourage them to think and consider different options. Provide tools rather than just answers. Provide resources and knowledge that will help others develop their skills. This could include showing them how to approach a problem rather than just solving it for them. Create clear expectations. Inform them that you are available for support and guidance, but that you expect them to take the initiative in resolving their issues. Recognize and celebrate independence. When someone solves a problem on their own, recognize and celebrate it. This emphasizes the importance and value of independence. By implementing these strategies, we not only help others more effectively, but we also encourage their personal growth and autonomy, which aligns with the Stoic ideal of strengthening individual character and resilience. Truth 2: rescuing inhibits learning. Human interaction involves a complex dynamic of assisting and enabling others to face and overcome their own challenges. Although it may appear counterintuitive, constantly intervening to save someone can actually be detrimental to their learning and personal growth. This Stoic truth emphasizes the importance of allowing people to make mistakes and learn from their own struggles. When someone encounters a challenge or makes a mistake, an invaluable learning opportunity arises. These situations are critical for the development of essential skills like problem solving, decision-making, and adaptability. However, if we immediately intervene to solve the problem or correct the error, we deny the individual the opportunity to learn from the experience. This can lead to a lack of confidence in one's own abilities and a reliance on outside assistance to overcome future challenges. For example, in an educational setting, if a teacher constantly corrects a student's mistakes without allowing the student to understand and correct his or her own errors, the student will not develop critical thinking skills or learn to deal with frustration and failure. Similarly, in the workplace, a manager who constantly intervenes to solve his team's problems prevents team members from learning to deal with difficult situations on their own. Stoics emphasize the importance of self-examination and learning from experience. This philosophy holds that facing and overcoming challenges is essential for developing character and self-reliance. Stoicism places a high value on resilience, which is developed through first-hand experience with overcoming difficulties. To put this truth into action, the following points are important. Assess the situation before intervening. Consider whether the situation provides a genuine learning opportunity for the other person. Provide assistance, not solutions. Provide guidance and support, but avoid offering immediate solutions. Encourage the individual to consider various options and find his or her own path. Encourage reflection. After the person has completed the challenge, talk with them about what they learned from the experience. This can help to reinforce learning and prepare the individual for similar situations in the future. Encourage autonomy. Encourage individuals to make their own decisions and accept responsibility for their actions. By taking this approach, we not only assist others in developing life skills and self-confidence, but we also align our actions with the Stoic principles of personal growth and resilience. Truth 3: autonomy is the key to development. One of the fundamental tenets of Stoicism is the importance of autonomy in personal development. This philosophy deeply values an individual's ability to make his or her own decisions and manage his or her affairs independently. However, in our good intentions to help others, we can sometimes unintentionally impede their autonomy and deprive them of experiences that are crucial to their growth and learning. When we speak of autonomy, we are referring to an individual's ability to govern themselves, to make decisions based on their own judgment and experience. Autonomy is a fundamental aspect of human dignity and a key pillar in the development of resilience and self-confidence. However, in our interactions with others, especially in roles of caregiving or authority, as parents, educators, or leaders, we are often faced with the dilemma of how much to intervene and how much space to leave for others to make their own decisions and learn from their own mistakes. In parenting, for example, it can be tempting to solve all problems for children to protect them from all difficulties. However, this well-intentioned approach can result in young people who have not developed the ability to face challenges on their own, make informed decisions, or deal with disappointment and failure. Similarly, in the work environment, a boss who always makes decisions for his or her team can stifle the development of autonomy and leadership skills in his or her employees. Here are some strategies for encouraging autonomy while still providing support and guidance. Encourage independent decision-making. This means encouraging people to make their own decisions and trust their own judgment. Although these decisions may not always be the best ones, the decision-making process itself is a valuable learning exercise. Offer reflective support. Rather than providing answers or solutions, it may be more beneficial to offer reflective support. This might mean asking questions that encourage critical thinking or reflection rather than providing direct solutions. Create safe opportunities for risk. Provide environments and situations where people can experience risk and responsibility in a controlled and safe way. This allows them to experience the consequences of their actions in a way that is not overwhelming or too daunting. Modeling autonomy. Modeling independent decision-making. And self-management can also be a powerful way to teach autonomy. This includes showing how you deal with and learn from your own mistakes. Recognize and celebrate independence. When someone makes an independent decision or successfully completes a challenge, acknowledge and celebrate it. This not only reinforces the importance of autonomy, but also builds confidence and self-esteem. By encouraging autonomy in others, we contribute to their development as competent and confident individuals. This approach not only benefits their personal growth, but also enriches our relationships with them, creating an environment where each person is valued and respected for their ability to contribute in a meaningful way. Truth number 8: healthy boundaries are critical. The practice of Stoicism emphasizes the importance of setting and maintaining healthy boundaries, both in our relationships with others and in our willingness to help. This principle is based on the understanding that while it is valuable and noble to offer support and assistance, it is equally important to recognize and respect our own boundaries in order to maintain balance and health in our lives. Setting healthy boundaries means understanding and respecting our capacity, both emotionally and physically, and not allowing the demands or needs of others to constantly outweigh our own needs and well-being. Often, out of a desire to be helpful or a fear of disappointing others, we can find ourselves extending our help beyond what is healthy or sustainable for us. This can lead to a number of negative consequences, including burnout, loss of identity, and resentment toward both ourselves and those we are helping. In the context of personal relationships, for example, a lack of clear boundaries can lead to situations in which we feel constantly overwhelmed by the demands and problems of others. Not only can this diminish our ability to help effectively, but it can also undermine our sense of autonomy and self-esteem. Similarly, in a work environment, failure to set clear boundaries regarding our workload and responsibilities can lead to professional burnout and a decrease in the quality of our work and personal lives. It is therefore important to learn to recognize and communicate our boundaries clearly and respectfully. This may include saying no when necessary, asking for space or time to ourselves, or delegating tasks and responsibilities when appropriate. It also means being aware of our own needs and priorities and being willing to stand up for them. Setting healthy boundaries is an act of self-care and self-respect and is essential to maintaining healthy and balanced relationships. In doing so, we not only protect our own well-being, but also promote a healthier relationship dynamic in which support and assistance are provided in an equitable and sustainable way. Ultimately, healthy boundaries allow us to help others in a way that is respectful of ourselves and others. They help us balance our inclination to be supportive with the need to take care of our own health and well-being. By setting and maintaining these boundaries, we practice a form of stoic wisdom that recognizes the importance of caring for ourselves as much as we care for others, thus ensuring that our ability to offer help and support is lasting and truly beneficial. Truth number 9: intentions do not always lead to positive results. In the context of Stoicism, it is recognized that our intentions, however noble and well-intentioned, do not always result in positive outcomes. This truth underscores the importance of considering the real consequences of our helping actions and the need to reflect on how our interventions may affect others. Often, in our desire to do good and alleviate suffering, we may make decisions or take actions that inadvertently cause more harm than good. This phenomenon can be observed in a variety of situations, from everyday interactions to more complex decisions in professional or community settings. In our personal lives, for example, we may try to solve a problem for a friend or loved one, believing that we are acting in their best interest, but not realizing that our intervention is depriving them of a valuable opportunity for personal growth or learning to cope with their own challenges. In a broader context, aid initiatives or community interventions that do not adequately consider the needs and context of the people they seek to help may end up exacerbating the problems they seek to solve. Stoic philosophy urges us to be thoughtful and prudent in our actions. This includes not only acting with good intentions, but also being aware of the real impact of our actions. we are invited to consider questions such as, will my help really benefit the other person? Am I respecting their autonomy and ability to make their own decisions? Am I imposing my own beliefs or solutions without considering their specific situation? In addition, it is essential to be open to feedback and willing to adjust our actions if it becomes clear that they are not having the desired impact. This requires humility and a willingness to admit that despite our best intentions, we may sometimes be wrong or not have all the answers. Practicing this reflection and adaptability is critical to ensuring that our assistance is effective and truly in the best interests of those we seek to support. It helps us avoid paternalism and instead promote an approach to helping that is empathetic, respectful, and above all, effective. Ultimately, recognizing that intentions do not always translate into positive outcomes leads us to a more thoughtful and mindful approach to helping. It teaches us to balance our desire to help with a deep understanding of the complexities and realities of each situation. In doing so, we can ensure that our actions come not only from a place of compassion and goodwill, but also from wisdom and a genuine commitment to the long-term well-being of others. Truth number 10: fostering learned helplessness. Fostering learned helplessness occurs when continuous assistance leads individuals to believe that they are incapable of helping themselves, even when they possess the necessary skills and resources. This phenomenon can have profound consequences on an individual's mindset, behavior, and overall well-being. Understanding how learned helplessness develops and its effects is crucial for anyone providing assistance or support to others. Learned helplessness often begins with well-intentioned assistance that becomes excessive or overly intrusive. Initially, individuals may genuinely need help with certain tasks or challenges, and receiving support can be beneficial. However, if this assistance is consistently provided without allowing individuals to develop their problem-solving skills or independence, they may start to perceive themselves as helpless and incompetent. As individuals internalize this belief, they become passive and resigned in the face of challenges. They may stop trying to overcome obstacles or exert effort to improve their situation because they believe their actions will not make a difference. This learned helplessness can pervade various aspects of their lives, leading to decreased motivation, lowered self-esteem, and a diminished sense of control. For example, imagine a student who consistently receives assistance from their parents in completing homework assignments. While the initial intent may be to support the student academically, over time, the student may come to rely solely on this assistance without attempting to solve problems independently. As a result, the student may develop a mindset that they are incapable of succeeding academically without external help, even when they possess the necessary knowledge and skills. To prevent the development of learned helplessness, it is essential to provide assistance in a way that promotes independence and self-reliance. This involves offering guidance and support, while also encouraging individuals to take initiative, make decisions, and learn from their experiences. Empowering individuals to tackle challenges on their own builds confidence, resilience, and a sense of mastery over their lives. By recognizing the potential for learned helplessness and taking proactive steps to avoid it, those in supportive roles can foster an environment that promotes personal growth, autonomy, and self-efficacy. The goal of assistance should be to empower individuals to navigate life's challenges with confidence and resilience, rather than fostering dependence and learned helplessness. Truth number 11: inhibiting personal growth and development. Inhibiting personal growth and development occurs when excessive assistance or intervention stifles individuals' opportunities to learn, grow, and develop their skills and capabilities. While support and guidance are essential for growth, an overbearing or controlling approach can hinder individuals' ability to explore their potential and overcome challenges independently. Understanding how inhibiting personal growth manifests and its detrimental effects is crucial for fostering environments that nurture individual flourishing and self-actualization. At its core, inhibiting personal growth often stems from a desire to protect individuals from failure or discomfort. Caregivers, mentors, or authority figures may intervene excessively out of concern for individual well-being, seeking to shield them from potential setbacks or hardships. However, this well-intentioned protection can inadvertently deprive individuals of valuable learning experiences and opportunities for personal development. When individuals are consistently shielded from challenges or responsibilities, they may struggle to develop essential life skills such as problem-solving, decision-making, and resilience. Instead of confronting obstacles head-on and learning from their experiences, they become dependent on external assistance and avoid taking risks or pursuing goals autonomously. Over time, this dependency can erode individuals' confidence, initiative, and sense of agency, hindering their ability to thrive in various areas of life. For example, consider a manager who micromanages their team members' tasks and decisions, providing detailed instructions and closely monitoring their performance. While the manager may believe they are ensuring productivity and efficiency, this approach can undermine employees' autonomy and creativity. Without the freedom to explore new ideas, take initiative, and learn from mistakes, employees may feel disengaged, demotivated, and constrained in their professional growth. To avoid impeding personal growth and development, it is critical to strike a balance between providing assistance and giving individuals space to learn and grow independently. This entails empowering people to take ownership of their goals, make decisions, and face challenges with confidence. Individuals can reach their full potential in their personal and professional lives by creating environments that encourage autonomy, initiative, and continuous learning. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and reflection. We hope you'll keep cultivating your inner garden with patience, perseverance, and presence. And if you found these tips useful and want to learn more about Stoicism and its relevance in today's world, I have a special recommendation for you. Click on the video below, which we have specially selected for you. You'll find additional tips, strategies, and reflections to help you apply Stoic principles in your daily life. See you there, dear Stoic. Truth for unsolicited help can be intrusive. Within the principles of Stoicism, which deeply values individual autonomy, is the realization that unsolicited help can be intrusive, even when offered with the best of intentions. This idea challenges us to consider how our actions, however well-intentioned, may be perceived by others and how they may affect their sense of competence and autonomy. When we offer help without being asked, we are actually making an implicit assumption about the other person's ability to handle their situation. While this may appear to be an act of care and concern, it can easily turn into a form of underestimating the abilities and resources of the person being helped. This dynamic can create tension, undermine self-esteem, and foster unhealthy dependency. An illustrative example of this might be a workplace scenario. Imagine an employee who constantly takes the initiative to complete tasks or solve problems for a colleague without being asked. While the helping employee may believe that he or she is being a proactive and helpful teammate, the colleague may perceive these actions as a sign that he or she is not considered competent or reliable enough to handle his or her own responsibilities. Not only can this situation lead to resentment, but it can also hinder the colleague's professional development by depriving them of opportunities to face challenges, learn new skills, and demonstrate their abilities. In addition to considering how our actions affect others, it is equally important to reflect on our own motivations for offering unsolicited help. Are we acting on the assumption that we know what is best for the other person? Are we perhaps unconsciously trying to assert our own value or control over a situation? The way to prevent help from becoming intrusive is through open communication and respect for the autonomy of others. This means offering support but also being willing to step back and allow others to make their own decisions and face their own challenges. Rather than rushing to offer solutions, it may be more beneficial to approach with an attitude of listening and understanding, offering help only when it is requested. Encouraging the autonomy of others and offering help in a conscious and respectful way not only promotes healthy and balanced relationships, but is also consistent with the Stoic principles of freedom and respect for individuality. In doing so, we contribute to the development and empowerment of others, allowing them to grow and learn from their own experiences. Truth 5. Compassion must be balanced with wisdom. Stoic philosophy is founded on the principle that, while compassion is essential, it must be combined with wisdom. This balance is critical to ensuring that our good intentions stem not only from empathy and care, but also from a thorough and thoughtful understanding of the circumstances and potential consequences of our actions. Compassion without wisdom frequently manifests itself as an emotional impulse to immediately alleviate the suffering of others. While this impulse is understandable and comes from a place of kindness, it can lead us to act rashly without fully considering the long-term impact of our actions on the autonomy and well-being of the recipient. For example, in an effort to protect our loved ones from hardship or pain, we may intervene in situations where it would be better for them to face and overcome their own challenges. Overprotection, no matter how well-intentioned, can stifle personal growth and development. Similarly, in our desire to solve other people's problems, we may rush to provide solutions or assume responsibilities that are not our own. Although this tendency stems from generosity, it can lead us to ignore our own needs and limitations, inadvertently invading others' personal space. It is critical to remember that each person has their own path and lessons to learn, and that our intervention, while well-intended, can sometimes deprive them of valuable opportunities for learning and self-awareness. Furthermore, the wisdom of compassion entails recognizing and respecting others' autonomy. This includes understanding that each person has the ability to make decisions and solve problems on their own, and that our role is not always to save them, but rather to provide support and guidance when appropriate and requested. Wisdom also teaches us to be aware of our own motivations when offering assistance, questioning whether we are acting in the best interests of the other person or driven by our own needs or desires for control. Finally, by combining compassion and wisdom, we act not only with kindness, but also with respect for the integrity and personal growth of others. This thoughtful and balanced approach enables us to provide support that is truly beneficial and empowering for both ourselves and the people we seek to assist. It teaches us to be cautious and respectful in our interventions, ensuring that our helping actions are effective, constructive, and in line with the long-term well-being of others. Truth 6. Excessive sacrifice is unsustainable. One of the fundamental truths of Stoic philosophy is that excessive sacrifice in the name of helping others is unsustainable and, in the long run, can be harmful to both oneself and those being assisted. This principle invites us to consider the importance of striking a balance between caring for others and caring for ourselves. In our efforts to help and support those around us, we may find ourselves constantly sacrificing our own needs, desires, and well-being. While the act of helping is noble and reflects an essential human quality, taking it too far can have negative consequences. For example, emotional and physical exhaustion is common among those who consistently prioritize the needs of others over their own. This exhaustion not only limits our ability to help effectively, but it can also cause resentment and frustration. Furthermore, by constantly sacrificing ourselves, we may unintentionally foster a cycle of dependency in our relationships. Others may grow accustomed to relying on our assistance and sacrifice, preventing them from developing their own strength and ability to deal with difficulties. At its worst, this dependency can undermine mutual respect and balance in relationships, resulting in a difficult-to-break codependency cycle. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-management and self-reliance. Through this lens, we must recognize and respect our own limitations and needs. This includes learning to say no when necessary and establishing healthy boundaries with others. It also entails acknowledging that we cannot be responsible for everyone's well-being, and that sometimes the best way to assist is to allow others to face their own difficulties. Simultaneously, we must exercise caution to avoid falling into the opposite extreme of indifference or disinterest. The challenge is to strike a healthy balance in which we can provide help and support in a sustainable manner without jeopardizing our own well-being. This necessitates profound self-awareness and ongoing reflection on our motivations and abilities. It is also critical to seek out and cultivate networks of mutual support in which assistance and care are reciprocated. In these networks, everyone contributes and receives support, resulting in a more balanced and sustainable system of interpersonal relationships. In short, excessive sacrifice, even when motivated by altruism, requires caution and wisdom. Stoic philosophy teaches us to value our own health and well-being as essential components of effectively helping others. By carefully balancing our willingness to help with our own needs, we can ensure that our efforts are long-term and beneficial to both ourselves and those we seek to assist. Truth number 7: helping can be an escape. Within the framework of Stoic philosophy, we find the perspective that the act of helping others can sometimes be a form of escape from our own personal problems or challenges. This truth confronts us with the possibility that we sometimes turn to solving the problems of others as a means of avoiding facing our own difficulties, insecurities, or discomforts. This phenomenon can manifest itself in many ways in our daily lives. For example, we may find ourselves constantly busy helping friends, family, or colleagues with their problems while neglecting important aspects of our own lives, such as our health, our personal relationships, or our professional growth. Not only can this dynamic create an imbalance in our lives, it can also create a form of emotional dependency in which our sense of worth and purpose is overly derived from being needed by others. By immersing ourselves in the concerns of others, we can temporarily alleviate or distract ourselves from our own concerns. In the long run, however, this only serves to postpone confronting and resolving our problems. Moreover, this behavior can lead to a state of emotional and physical exhaustion as we constantly invest energy and resources in external situations, leaving little space and time to attend to our own needs. It is important to recognize that while helping others is an admirable virtue and a key aspect of community life, it is also essential to maintain a healthy balance and take care of our own lives. The Stoics teach us the value of self-awareness and the importance of living a life based on principles and authenticity. This includes being honest with ourselves about our motivations for helping and being willing to look inward and address our own issues with the same rigor and commitment with which we help others. In addition, we must learn to set healthy limits to our willingness to help, ensuring that our actions do not come at the expense of our own well-being or personal development. This includes being able to say no when necessary and devoting time and effort to cultivating our own lives, facing our own challenges, and working toward our personal goals and aspirations. Ultimately, by balancing our inclination to help with attention to our own needs and challenges, we can live more balanced and enriched lives. Not only will we be better able to offer genuine and effective help to others, but we will also cultivate our own strength, resilience, and personal satisfaction. True Stoic wisdom lies in recognizing that caring for oneself and caring for others are not mutually exclusive but complementary aspects of a life well lived. If this video has brought you something new, if it has made you think or feel differently, help us continue to grow by subscribing, liking, and commenting. This will help us continue to grow and produce more quality content for the benefit of all.